Hey guys, it's Saru. There is a brand new MMORPG in the horizon, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. And if you are subscribed to my website over at sarumonin.com, then you already have this information because I sent out this newsletter yesterday, I believe, on Substack, and I'm quite excited about it because it looks really nice. The team behind it looks really cool, and I do want to talk a little bit about it and kind of share it with you guys in case you haven't seen it already. So, let's get right into it. So this game is called Pax Dei. It's from the developers known as Mainframe Industries. Now, they are comprised of a developer team that were previously at CCP Games. So if you've ever played EVE Online, or you're interested in the upcoming Project M5 that has been announced just, I don't know, recently, it's based on the EVE universe, or back when they were doing the World of Darkness online that got cancelled, unfortunately, then this might be interesting to you. So a lot of those developers kind of came together and they made their own studio known as Mainframe Industries and decided to make this brand new MMORPG. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the clip of the gameplay and all that stuff, basically the trailer announcement that they showed off, and then after that, I'm going to just kind of talk about it and see what we think about it, because I did watch this already, but I wanted to show it to you guys in case you haven't seen it already. Alright, so let's roll the clip.
This is where we belong. Exploring this vast and wondrous world. Its treasures call out to be discovered. Its ancient secrets beckon us ever deeper into the unknown. The further we journey from the safety of the light, the greater the rewards and the dangers. This world, it is for us. Here, together, we can build ourselves a home.
So Pax Dei is an upcoming Unreal Engine 5 MMORPG. So this game looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we just watched that, right? We watched it together. I hope so. So one thing I've never really heard is the term social sandbox MMO. So I have heard, obviously, sandbox MMORPG. We've heard theme park MMORPG. Those are like very different, right? Theme parks are more like linear in the terms of like where you want to go, where sandbox is like everything's more open world and you kind of get to choose where you want to go. So this is more social based. So there are a lot of things that are going on in this game. First and foremost, they are focusing on the social aspect, which is one thing that I'm really interested in, because I feel that MMORPGs mostly, like lately, I guess, I don't know why, has not really been focusing on the idea of the social aspect, right? It's mostly been, hey, let's just do content, let's get to end game, let's kind of grind, and let's just kind of cry our tears as we break our items while we try to grind those items again. It hasn't really been focused on the social aspect, community building and stuff like that, which I feel kind of was like the genesis of the MMORPG genre, right? So when we look at games like World of Warcraft, the thing that made it so popular was the fact that everybody had to work together, right? It wasn't really a solo game, although you could play it solo, but it had a definition of working together. Of course, since then, a lot of things have kind of been lost in translation, and MMORPGs in general have kind of strayed away from that and been mostly, hey, build your own path. You don't really have to play with everybody. And a lot of MMORPGs these days are kind of giving you companions and NPCs, so you don't really have to play with everybody. So things like guilds and the social aspects with crafting and building and developing kind of a marketplace, doesn't really exist too much anymore. And if it does, it doesn't really last very long because games like that sometimes are developed and they don't do very well, and then the economy in the game kind of just dwindles because, you know, there aren't any players that are crafting these items, so therefore the economy doesn't really exist. So I'm really interested to see how this game does it. So there is another video that I'm not going to show on here because this is not going to be just a showcase video where I'm showing you what they've already basically shown, but I will post it in the description below in case you're interested. But they do talk a little bit about the focusing on the social aspect, like I did mention, which is about making sure they maximize on the human interaction feature in the online game world. They do state that this is, at least to them at Mainframe Industries, the holy grail when it comes to the MMORPG genre. And I agree completely. I feel community is the reason why games work. I do believe community is basically the foundation when it comes to the MMORPG genre. Here's the thing though community and communication go hand in hand, I also believe that outside of that, in the more business perspective, communication on that front and a little bit of transparency, and doesn't have to be full transparent, goes a long way. So while the focus is on making sure that yes, players are communicating with one another, they're interacting, they're maximizing that kind of interaction, I do hope the developers will take into consideration the fact that outside of the game, it's even more important. Because especially these days, I feel like everybody has a really short attention span, and that's coming from me who literally has ADHD. So when we see people that they're on TikTok and they want that really quick interaction or that quick dose of adrenaline or dopamine, in some cases estrogen, I don't really know anymore, there is a large focus on making sure that there's interaction outside of the game. So if there is a Discord, which there is, by the way, there's an official Discord, I hope that during the game's marketing campaign, and I don't mean now with the alpha, and afterwards when it is launched, that it's going to be as equally active. Now I am well aware that once the game basically goes into beta, they're very likely going to be starting a new product, but my only thing is, assuming they're watching this video, which is very unlikely to happen. I mean, I'm basically nobody, but if anybody is watching this video from there, don't draw people in with this false hope and these really exciting focal aspects that you want for this game, and then kind of do like a switch and then not talk to us at all whatsoever about the future of the game. This has happened recently with a game that I absolutely love, and for the last 5 months we have zero clue what's going on with the game whatsoever. So I am hoping that you don't create that silence. Anyways, I went off a little bit of on a tangent there. So yes, they're focusing on the social aspect. They're focusing on the fact that it's called the Divine Peace. So everyone's going to be starting in a place called the Heartlands. It's peaceful, there's no danger, you can kind of create a community here and stuff like that. What I did find really interesting is that there's a lot of crafting involved in this game, which again, I don't really see that too often. I think most recently in New World is when I saw that the genre was maybe going more into that kind of aspect, because we see that a lot in the survival genre. So with crafting in this particular MMORPG, they want you to build your own civilization. That doesn't mean it's a survival MMORPG, you know, like we're used to with like DayZ or whatever. It's more like if you want to create your own town, similar to Ashes of Creation, I guess, from small houses, villages, into towns or cities where you have a lot of different biomes that, you know, can inhabit the entire world. You can do that. There's farming, there's blacksmithing, alchemy, and even more professions that are available for people to kind of take part in if they want to create that sociable kind of experience. So with that comes the player-driven economy, which again, I already have my worries about, but I already mentioned it. So they do mention in a video that they go a little more deep into the game and, you know, what it's all about, that if you're a casual player, if you're more of a solo player, you don't really want to take part into the whole, you know, drama that goes around in the world. What you can do is that you can feed the market from a specific area. So let's say you are in Barbie Land and you're coming from Pony World. What you can do is that if you have decided to, you know, grab a bunch of stuff around Pony World and go over to Barbie Land, I'm gonna be honest, I quickly forgot what the names were called. But the point is, if you want to kind of grab items from around the world, or even from, you know, an original town if you want, you can kind of sell them and put them in a market that you feel like would be more sustainable. So if you, I don't know, are selling apples for some weird reason or special potions, you can go over to the Teletubby territory and just kind of sell it over there. So basically everything that you procure, you know, from trees to whatever, you can sell that, or you can create your own items and sell that. So that's really cool. But again, I am worried that this will affect the overall economy, and I am also understanding that this does mean it's kind of like Black Desert in the sense that the marketplace is region based, I guess. Now, I know this is going to scare some people, but it is apparently open world PvP, so a lot of zones are safe. Like, the majority of the world is safe, as they said, but there are certain locations, they're called the valleys, I suppose, and they're filled with things like myths and fables like ghosts, vampires, zombies, Elon Musk androids, and also the possibility of players that want to just kill you. They can do that, but you can go by yourself, you can go with a team of players, and you don't necessarily have to go through the valleys, but if you want to, that is an option. And also remember what the good Lord said, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Fellas, if you want to be with me, my friend code is in the description below, but I'll talk about that afterwards. So this game is going to be coming out on PC, on Steam particularly, they mentioned, but they do have working prototypes that they're doing for consoles and mobile that are currently in development, but for now PC is the main focus. I am a little bit worried about how they're going to be doing this cross-platform kind of technology, because even though it is Unreal Engine 5, I know they did mention that they really kind of hope that they can do it on all devices, and that includes mobile. So if it is a mobile game as well, I am a little bit worried on how that's going to be implemented. And more so, you know, when we see games like Forspoken, or even most recently, you know, Hogwarts, that for some really strange reason, if you really want to have a good game experience, you really need a high-end like 40 series RTX card. And not a lot of people can afford that. Not a lot of people can deal with that, especially in these days economy. But regardless, I am interested to see how it goes. And if you're interested in this game whatsoever, there is an alpha sign up right now, but it's a little bit complicated when it comes to the process. So what you want to do is that there's going to be a banner that says alpha sign up. It looks just like this, and you're going to put in your information. You're going to get an email, which is going to have a link. Once you click that link, you'll be able to put in your own password. So, you know, create your own password. And from there, you can do the alpha sign up. But again, it's not like something normal that, you know, we're kind of used to when it comes to signups where you just sign up for a newsletter. In this case, you're going to need to link your Steam profile. So this doesn't mean that it's going to like steal your information in case you're worried about that. You'll also need to answer what devices you use, such as a PC, a laptop, or a console. And of course, this alpha is only for PC, so you're going to be needing to put the graphics cards that you have, and you can generate a friend code so you can have a chance to kind of play together. So I do have a friend code. It just literally means that if you sign up and use my code, then we have a higher chance of actually playing together at the same time. That's all it means. I'm just giving you guys a chance to kind of hang out and play. So if you're interested, the code is in the description below, or you can go over to my website at sarumonin.com and use this article, which the code is going to be at the very bottom. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in this game. I did already sign up for it, and we're gonna see how it turns out. But let me know what you guys think about the game, and if you guys are interested in playing it whatsoever. I know some of you already reached out to me and said, "Ooh, this looks really cool," so that's awesome. But yeah, let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click that adorable fucking bell to know when I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to come join my Discord if you want to chat and hang out. Much love, and as always, till next time, friends.